I swear, I don't know about you guys, but if you take a walk down X lane, it gets to be much. There's so much. Golly. So much. I know it's got to be wearing on those going back and forth. I know it's got to be wearing on the soul. There's no way it can't be. There's no way it can't be with going tweet for tweet, post for post. That's got to be wearing for sure. We've now come to the space in the arena where it's like, no, you're lying. No, you're lying. No, you're lying. No, you're lying. You know, we're in the thick. And we have really powerful people taking that approach. You know, we're in the thick. You have to ask yourself, are we in a movie? Are we in a movie right now? It seems as though it feels that way sometimes when you see some of these things. When you see some of these things. And that's when you start realizing, yeah, it might be time to pull back. Pull back your energy. Pull back your focus. Regroup, reprocess, table a few things, go in. Might be time to rethink a few things, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Reposition your mind, perhaps look at the perspective differently. Everybody's allowed to change their perspective. Let's just be clear here. Everybody's allowed to change their perspective, and everybody's allowed to have their own perspective. Those are two very true facts. And everybody's allowed to take the approach that they want. And if you want to take the approach of continually going tit for tat, by all means, go. Go. If you want to hold on to evidence instead of just pushing it all out there, by all means, go. Do it. Right? It's completely up to you. Right? And so you just have to take ownership in that, you know? It's one of those things. In reference to the evidence I have, a lot of it's up here. A lot of it's up here. Whatever evidence I do have was filed in the courts. Was filed in the courts. And they played with it how they did. Right? Or taken from my phone. Taken in from my phone. Or manufactured or created. There's that too. You know? Documentation. That's why I love my company now. We don't play that game. We don't play that game. I know other people like to play that game. No. No. You gotta carry your integrity. That's the only thing that's gonna get you through this world, is with your integrity. Being the example for your kids. And not allowing your mind and your faith and your religious beliefs take you down a different road where you start making choices and decisions, and then you classify and slap your faith and your religion to it, and then give yourself a green light because you feel like this is what God would want, or your religious beliefs tell you he would want. When you're on the side of not moving in genuineness, full authenticity, full truth, and just putting it all out there, whatever you do have, the good, the bad, and the ugly, you have to understand that when you walk through this world and you hold little truths here, little truths here, little truths here, you're just holding yourself back from living a peaceful life, for allowing your soul to breathe, your soul to find joy, for it to find happiness. You know, you might not be in a position of life right this second that you're per se super duper happy and you're jumping with joy, but your soul is happy because you feel at peace in knowing who you are and the type of person you are and the type of things you are pouring out into this world with good intentions, in fighting for what's right, and understanding that, like, all us little peons and middle class people, we just need people in there that want change and actually move towards change, not continually talk about the same stuff in the revolving door. We need people in there with change and to really embark on it, you know? It's just one of those things. Everybody's on their own path. But today's reading is really powerful, and we're going to read it. This is The Divine Romance. I can't remember if this is a book my aunt gave me and told me to throw it away or not. One of the two. Anywho, about that. Conquer. Intimacy with Jesus equips us to stand in victory against the enemy. Though you aren't called to be in constant state of warfare, none of us were called to be in a constant state of warfare, yet they all engage in putting us there, every single one of them, to constantly keep pouring out negativity into this world. Though you aren't called to be in constant state of warfare, you need to know how and when to fight. Jesus never said that you would fight the enemy alone. He is your champion, and he is the spirit within you made so you can conquer, right? The spirit within you, the Holy Spirit that resides inside of you, which is what, once you link up with the spirit within you, is when you're faced with the equipped power to battle anything outside of you. To face demonic forces with the holy power, you must daily embrace the cross and live life from the place of divine intimacy. His kisses prepare your battle. Worship and praise become your greatest forms of warfare because they flow from life that you fully trust in God. His presence gives you confidence to use your authority and conquer every form of evil, because evil comes in millions of different forms. You defeat the enemy not because you scream louder, but because your peace and faith have filled your heart. From the position of bold love, you are victorious. Exactly. You're victorious in the love that you carry for yourself, the love you carry for God, the love you carry for recognizing who Jesus is and what he did on the cross, and the divine, the higher power that resides inside of you, your Christ consciousness. You have to learn to remove your ego when you move in the Christ consciousness that resides inside of you. That's really hard for a lot of people. It is really hard. It's by human nature. We've been conditioned to run on your ego. As a little child, all of us little babies, we were conditioned at a very early age to move and operate in your ego. All right. And when you choose to move and operate in your ego, it's pulling you further and further away from your consciousness that resides inside of you, the Holy Spirit that resides inside of you. If you're allowing your ego to dictate your moves, you have to understand that you're just allowing it to take you further and further away from your Christ consciousness. It's good to advocate. It's good to ask questions. It's good to speak truth. It's good to fight for justice in a system that does not want it. It's all very good for these things. But you have to ask yourself in these positions, wherever you're at in your life, whether you're speaking on truth, you're advocating, you're fighting for what's right, you're fighting for the truth, you're fighting for justice. Are you moving and operating in these things with your ego? Or are you moving and operating based off what's right, what's for the benefit of humanity, what's in the benefit for your family? You know, it's one of those things. I asked myself in this whole thing with Charlie Kirk, it's just crazy to me how deep it all goes in reference to all of it, and how here we are, we've landed today, and so much has been revealed and so little has been done. And I feel that in the presence of my story, 9/11, as I say that, is how much has been revealed and how little has been done. And it's like the story of my life, and I've just gotten to the point where it's like, I don't even need anything to be done. I just want to stay on my path and live a good life, which is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to allow anything of the exterior to get in the way of my life. Those days have come and gone, right? And so it's one of those things. You can't allow the system to take away your happiness and put you in a depressive state. And it's very equipped right now to do that. And so you have to take control of your mind, body, and soul to not allow that. Whatever that looks like for you.